Would you believe me if I told you I did this whole face with one eyeshadow palette? Yeah, it's the title of the video, so probably would. But if you think that my face looks cute and you want to achieve a face similar to that of my face, then I hope that you will keep on watching this video, because today I'm doing a full face using one eyeshadow palette. I'm using the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. It's got a lot of good neutrals and shimmers in here that I think are really gonna lend themselves to being used in the full face. I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. Luckily, I've got lots of nice browns and blacks here. I've got darker brows, as you can see, so I'm probably gonna have to mix the dark brown and the black. I'm using an angled eyeliner brush here because I think that'll be good for filling in my brows. I'm pretty happy with this brow. I don't want to go too hard and then ruin it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other brow off camera. Yes! All right, brows are done. I think they're looking pretty good. Now I get to go into eyes, which should be relatively easy because this is an eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to be using a primer or anything. So I guess to set my base, or kind of to create somewhat of a base for my shadow, I'm just gonna go in with this cream color right here, and I'm gonna put it all over my lid. It's obviously not as good as an eyeshadow primer, but if you do just go in with like a cream colored shade, it can create somewhat of a base for you to work off of. All right, so now that we got that base set, I'm just gonna do a relatively simple look today. This is more of an everyday palette. There's not a ton of crazy bright colors or anything, but there are a lot of beautiful neutrals, beautiful neutrals, and some really nice shimmers. I'm gonna go in with my favorite crease color. It's Bel Air. It's a nice soft cool tone brown here. Right, and then I'm gonna deepen the crease a little bit using this slightly darker brown. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of my crease color in my outer corner here. All right, so now that I got a nice shape going here, I'm gonna put some shimmer on the lid, and I have so many beautiful shimmers to choose from. That's why I love this palette. Which one will I do? I'm gonna go in with this nice soft light brown here. That's one of my go-to shimmers that I really like to use. So I'm just gonna go in with that beautiful brown shade on my finger here. I'm gonna sweep it over the lid. Ooh, yes. Got a little bit of fallout, but that's okay. We'll just dust her away after we're done. Wow, that is so pretty. What a quick and easy 3-step eye look. That's gonna be it for the shadow that I'm using on the eyes. Of course, I'm gonna go in with liner, naturally. I'm gonna go ahead and just repeat those 3 steps on the other eye off camera, and then I'll come right back. All right, so the other eye is done here. I like this look a lot. That was really easy to do, and probably the easiest part of this whole routine. But now we are gonna go in with a little bit of liner, and I am lucky that this palette has a nice matte black for me. I find that it helps to go in with a wet brush because it makes the product apply more evenly and more like a liquid. It kind of turns the powder shadow into a liquid. So I would definitely recommend wetting your brush. You don't have to use setting spray or anything, but if you don't have that, just dip it in a little bit of water. Don't get it too wet though. It should be more damp than wet. Right, I'm using the same angled brush that I used for my brows. I'm gonna dip it into the black. I'm gonna try to kind of get it on both sides here. Let's go in and see what we can do with some liner here. All right, that's honestly one of my better wings, considering I'm not even using a real liquid liner and I'm just going in with shadow. It's not the most opaque black, so I think it might help if I now go in with a bit of a dry brush and try to set the wing with the shadow dry. I'm gonna call it here. This is more of a smoky black liner, but I still think it looks really pretty, and I actually think that the fact that it's not a fully opaque, like dark black, looks kind of nice with the soft brown shadow that I'm wearing. I'm gonna go ahead and wing out the other eye and be right back for my next step. All right, I feel like my wings are looking relatively even here. I am satisfied with them. So the next step I am going to be going in for is complexion stuff, and that is very scary because none of this is intended for your complexion. So I'm gonna try to make a little makeshift concealer for myself. Remember that cream shade I used earlier to set my eyes? We're gonna attempt to use that on my under eye area as a little bit of concealer. And I think the way I'm gonna have to make this work is to try to wet a concealer brush and see if I can't create some sort of a liquid. Really gonna wet this brush here. Get it drenched, if you will. I don't know, I definitely feel like that brightened quite a bit. Wow. Let's try the other eye. I feel like this is a better eye to demonstrate on because I've got a little more pigmentation under there, so you can really see if it's gonna be able to cover. Okay, did you see that little red dot I had under there disappear? I really like that this layers nicely, so if I need a little more coverage under the eyes, I can just go right back in. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with this under eye concealer. I'm not gonna go ahead and try to do my whole face. You know this isn't my actual skin tone color and I'm gonna look crazy. I might try to cover up my blemishes. Hey, let's see, we'll try to cover up one. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm not mad at that at all. You're in a pinch and you just ran out of concealer, but you have a cream-based shadow color. Wet your brush, go on in. Yeah, okay, that's not full coverage or anything, but that definitely got the job done. I'm impressed. Okay, so the next step is gonna be bronzer, and I know this is gonna be a challenge because this is the brush that I like to use for my bronzer, and this is the size of the pans. So we're gonna try to make this work, and I think my best strategy is gonna have to be taking the color on my finger and then trying to pick it up on the brush. I'm gonna take that same color that I always use in my crease, this nice soft brown color. I'm just taking the product on my finger and tapping it onto the brush, trying to get full coverage on the brush so that it doesn't go on patchy. All right, I think I've got nice even coverage on my brush here. That doesn't look bad at all. Just gonna put a little on the forehead. I never try to do too much on the forehead. I've got a small forehead, don't got a lot of space to work with. A little on the nose, any excess on the chin. I feel sufficiently bronzed. All right, so normally my next step would be blush, but we're skipping blush today. I feel like when I'm having a good bronze day, I just kind of want to skip the blush and let the bronze do all the talking, especially where I got this nice bronzy eye look. I think we're gonna make it all about the bronze today. But I am not skipping highlight. I never skip highlight ever. And I'm excited about this one. I think this one's gonna go relatively well because I love using this pink shade as my inner corner highlight all the time. So I know that it is a nice highlight shade. It's like a really nice icy pink color, which I wouldn't normally put on my cheeks, but I think it's gonna look nice. I'm gonna go in with a dry brush. This brush is a little smaller, so I do think I might be able to get away with putting it right on the pan. Just dip in here, a little inside. Oh, be careful. You can see I got a good sufficient amount on the brush there. Ooh, lot came off. That's okay, we'll build it up here. Going in on my cheekbones. Ooh, okay. Something's showing up here. It's subtle, but it's there. Maybe I'll wet the brush a little bit. Oh yeah, that's really sticking to the brush now. You can see a lot more picked up on the brush that time, and I'm hoping less will come off when I tap it off. Yes, I think that goal was achieved there. Let's go back in on my cheekbones. Wow, okay, yeah, that showed up way more. Wetting the brush is the key with this color. Oh my goodness, look how icy it is. The light's catching it. The sun is like, oh, hello, didn't see you there. Little on the nose here, little above the brow bone. I am loving this. Wow, I cannot believe that this showed up as pigmented as it did. I did not think this would look so nice on the face. Okay, so for my final step from this palette, I really want to do a lip. And I am gonna use one product that is not in the eyeshadow palette that I think everybody will have. So it's not a big deal, you already have it. I'm just gonna go in with a lip balm, just a chapstick, anything you have. Literally, if you don't have that, put olive oil on your lips. I don't know, put butter on your lips. Do something to make it sticky. So the color I'm going to go in with is this beautiful shimmery red. It's a really pretty color. It's like a nice brownish red. We're gonna be giving you some 90s vibes today. We've got a lot of browns going on. So I just put some on my finger and I'm gonna try to tap it onto the balm. I am like blown away. Okay, that was ridiculously easy. Do you remember when Maybelline came out with those, what were they called, lip python powders? They came out with these metallic lip powders that they sold in kits that you would get like one matte color and then you would get like one crazy shimmery color, and everyone made videos about them calling them this like WTF product, like this crazy product, and it was so cool and it was so high fashion. But like, I just took a metallic shadow and did the same thing. This is definitely not a color I would wear every day on the day-to-day. And I feel like if I used a liner first, it probably would have looked a little more clean, but I'm not mad at it. If you look at me up here, you're like, not her best work. But if you look at me back here, you're like, okay work. So, before I take my hair down and show off my final look, I am gonna put a little mascara on because you can't achieve this from the eyeshadow palette, and we wanna pull the whole look together. So as long as you have an eyeshadow palette, lip balm, and a mascara of any kind, you too can achieve this look. All right, so this is my finished look. I am really enjoying it. I feel like I'm serving you icy 90s vibes with my very intense highlight and all of my soft brown business going on here. And I think the fact that I used strictly my eyeshadow palette to do my whole face, aside from my lashes and a little bit of lip balm, but the fact that I used my whole palette to create this whole look is amazing to me. And I am definitely gonna be using this shadow as highlight again, probably tomorrow. So I think even if you do already have lots of makeup products like bronzer and blush and highlighter and lipstick and brow stuff and eyeliner and whatnot, and you're thinking, I would never do this. This is just a silly challenge to get views. You're partially right. But sometimes you're away from home, you're on vacation or something, and you realize, oh no, I forgot all of my makeup. I have nothing with me. I don't want to have to buy all new stuff. I guess I could just not wear makeup the whole time. Or I could buy an inexpensive, well-priced, neutrals eyeshadow palette from the drugstore and use it on my whole dang face. I also feel like if you're just getting into makeup and you're feeling overwhelmed by all the steps that you want to do and you want to try and you don't know which products to buy, you don't want to spend all the money all at once, and you just want to start playing around, just buy an eyeshadow palette. Use it for everything. Use it on your cheeks, use it on your lips, use it on your eyes. Obviously, it works. I feel like I look pretty cute. I think you could look pretty cute too. So I really hope that you try this, and I also hope that you liked this video and that you might give it a thumbs up or subscribe. Any of those things would be so wonderful. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!